With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Viking 18. Let's go.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Fighting his way through contact. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Out of the
gun, Walker with it. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The Seahawks at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. You look at this Saints defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defense coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Down to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is, if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ready. Black 40.
Throwing is Rattler. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down. third down conversion.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Smith with a nice rush to get him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right?
His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ernest Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the Saints 32-yard line.
Back to throw here. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Check out.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
Saints nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from his own end zone, Alontae Taylor will return it. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the gun, Shuck. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
First down, Saints.
Throwing, Shuck. That one caught by Polk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 35-yard line.
Second down and a yard. And here's Kamara on the read option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Shuck. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion where they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Shuck here on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try to jet sweep with Polk. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there. That'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Kamara trying the right side. Oh, nice. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 4. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19, 18. Let's go.
Back to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last one. The ball is out. Kamara fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
6 yards. And it's
Third and 2. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Now Shuck on 4th down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Shuck now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Shuck. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Coming to the line here to be offense. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And able to get this to the 31. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
The Saints 31-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Get it! Viking 18! Ready, ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 31 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is up to 8. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans. Number 2 to throw is shot, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
To throw now, shot. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air again is Shuck. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A 66-yard attempt.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. He's past the 30, and he is finally going to be taken down. Boy, that could have been a really late swing here, but the attempt to return the field goal snuffed out, and that'll do it for this first half.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll take this into the end zone. And hold on here, we do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Saints 13. Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. They'll roll them out right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Shuck. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Horton. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, I'm showing my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Here we go, set. 70 Lions.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
31-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They're going to look to throw. This complete to Pope. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Throwing, Shuck. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard
to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Shuck. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Okay,
Coming
ready?
to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. He finds Smith and Jigba. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
3rd and 4.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game. They took it there and couldn't connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball off as quickly as possible.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Shuck looking to throw once more. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Shuck on third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Bronco 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Cougar 19.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And incomplete on a deep ball.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shuck now to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And the Saints first down.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A gain of a yard.
From the midfield stripe, they look to throw.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, New Orleans.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there, with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Here's Grupe for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Saints 26.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Ready? Cougar 19. 60 Vikings, 60.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers, but a quick...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Shuck. He's got Johnson.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's Shuck. That is caught. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, they need to score, and score quick. 1 timeout remaining. Final minute, 1st and 10.
It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
Another try from the 19, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Shuck. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. To throw now, Shuck. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Groupie able to add the PAT.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
They're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers,